This is Wide Open Space with your boy Francis Xavier, and today I'm seated here with someone special. I mean, someone more special. You get me? He's been supportive of the brand TrendsO'clock, and I'm really glad. I'm really so happy to be seated here with him. He goes by the name Big Sam TwinsDntBeg. You've heard of the brand. They are doing so greatly. I mean, in the photography and videography industry, they are also two bloggers. So I'll say the media industry too as well. He's been running up and down. I mean, doing tours with the second lady, right? If I'm not mistaken, somewhere about me. And I mean, impeccable works by Big Sam and his twin, Emmanuel. So to get started, I would like to ask him this first question: what has been the highlight of your career so far?
The highlight of
Your career so far.
career is the job I'm about to do tomorrow.
What job is that?
What anything I'm about to do tomorrow. So
Anything about
I'm
tomorrow.
always looking forward to what I'm going to do tomorrow, and that is what keeps me going all the time. You get me? So anytime I wake up, I'm always looking forward to what I'll do.
So the biggest highlight is
Is what I'm going to capture the next. Because what you've captured before is captured and gone. Now I'm looking forward to the next one. That is what actually keeps us going all the time.
But we would like to know what you're capturing tomorrow.
I don't know. Anything can come out, and that's one thing, beautiful thing about photography. You don't know what you're about to, unless it's a pre-planned photo shoot or a project that you know the outcome. But then, for me, even if I have a photo shoot or a project with a client, I always don't have expectations. I just go in prepared, and I work with what I have available in terms of lighting or settings or sets or design or environment I happen to find myself in, and that always makes your images unique and stand out all the time, and it's always different. You get me? So that your photography doesn't become just one way.
So talking about that, right? I would like to know, how do you manage unplanned, like impromptu, let's say, gig with someone that you have to be there at this time. You don't know what the concept is like. You have to
Yeah.
think of the concept,
I mean,
the creative direction.
like if I have a shoot, I know what I want to achieve at the end of the day. So I do a lot of research. I usually resort to YouTube or Pinterest or other platforms that I can pick up a lot of inspiration. And once I have done that, then I know exactly what type of light to take, what type of lenses to pick, what type of camera to use, and what type of photography style I'm going to use. So whatever I'm working on always inform my choice of location, and also you go to a shoot and you see different types of models, and it even gives you a lot of inspiration. So yeah, that's a beautiful thing about photography. You just work with what you have, or sometimes you can actually control the outcome of whatever shoot you're about to do.
So what has been the highest paid gig in the shortest time?
Oh wow, that's an interesting one. It was one gig we did in South Africa. One of our clients flew us all the way to South Africa for 20 minutes photo shoot. And after we were done with the shoot, we were like, oh, we're done. And he went to drop us, and that paid a lot.
And that how much? How much did they?
Oh wow. I don't like to disclose money, but it was straight $10,000.
Come again.
Yeah, straight $10,000.
$10,000.
And minus our flight and
Accommodation.
hotel and all that. Yeah, that was we were actually wild, actually wild. That was amazing. That was one of the biggest paid gigs we've ever received at photography.
In case you are doubting yourself, in case you are contemplating on whether you should start a photography and videography career, what did you say right now?
And people, I've met some of my colleagues that are working on £100,000 budget photo shoots and £1 million photo shoots. You can, if you're working with a brand like Gucci or Dior, when you are shooting your campaign as a photographer, you're working with a budget of about £500,000 or even more. And
Half a pound,
half a million
half a
pounds.
million pounds.
Yeah, you're working with that kind of budget, and with that you have the luxury of locations, type of models you're using, and any creative direction. You are building a set, you are building a whole house to destroy and all that. So that's the beauty of photography. Once you get to that level, you can get paid. You can get to work with high budget projects, and that is actually sometimes you can just do one project a year and you're
Yeah,
good.
you're good to feed the
Yeah.
family and so.
Yeah.
And that is why I'm happy. Like I really appreciate you always for whatever they are doing, the events. I mean, this event that we are right now having listened to the World Photography Day. I mean, I was there. I paid attention to the seminar, the talk show. Let me say talk show. It was really inspiring, motivating, and interesting. You get me? I mean, we need more and more of these events to create awareness and to pass information to other people.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? And that's how I applaud you for doing such a great job with your twin. So I would like to know this, right? What advice would you give to someone just starting in photography and videography?
Pick up your camera, go to the streets, and shoot whatever you see.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's nice. So if you weren't doing what you are doing now, which is videography, photography, some of blogging, what other career path can you see yourself in?
Nothing. I've never dreamt of. I've never written an application letter in my life before to apply for work. I've never sought for employment from anybody. I think when I was done with uni, right, they posted me somewhere in my national service. I went there, I saw the environment, and I was like, hell no, I'm not coming.
How did they post you?
It was at the Ministry of Agri around not Jamestown, I think Accra, close to the Kwame Nkrumah, yeah, the Ministry. I went there, I saw this old computer, and this old woman reading newspaper with some wig on her hair, and I was like, yes, no, I don't see myself working. So I contacted one friend, she connected me with one entrepreneur. I just went to work for a magazine for like a year, and after that we started photography and just took off like that. And fast forward 2017, my first employment ever was at the office of the president. First ever official employment I got in my life was at the office of the president. And yeah, I mean, we've been around and living the dream and working hard and building the dream. Yeah.
You mentioned of that in our previous interview. I mean, I remember quite very well. So, what do you see as the biggest challenges facing the industry?
Well, first is acquisition of the right equipment to work with. It's quite expensive. I mean, if you're a young guy and you have a dream to be a photographer and you don't have money to buy equipment, how do you even start? Do you get me? Where do you even start? Where do you even go? Do you understand? So, and that is why we are trying to push and show people how we did it instead of just saying it. We want to show people how we did it. It's possible to get to any level, but then you have to start from somewhere. And if you always can get somebody to pre-finance your first camera and you pay it in installments, that is the way to go. And once you're able to pay the first camera, you invest in a lens, you invest in batteries, you invest in speed lights, you invest in little stuff, and you build on it. And we've been doing photography for 9 years, so we've been able to acquire a lot of assets and gadgets related to photography. So yeah, that is the way to go. But then we are also really working hard so that the government can also intervene and have young photographers, being financed as they do that in other countries, like in the UK or in Europe. I know some friends that get funds and grants from the government just to invest in equipment and build studios, and that creates a lot of employment for them. And sometimes these are grants, so you don't have to pay them back. You get me? And that is a way to also go. So we are really making the industry very favorable and interesting. and if we're able to prove to the government, any government in power, that this is an area they can also look, that can also employ a lot of people. I'm sure any government will be interested to look at that. So that's what we're also trying to push. And even not just governments, but also other corporate institutions.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, you're close to it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah. So I hope now you're one of the vibrant voices, the key voices we have in the photography and videography industry. So I pray that it is possible and it works. So, what has been the proudest moment of your career so far?
well, one of the proudest moments was when I was in a very remote village in Ghana, and kids went up to me and they mentioned my name, and everybody around. I was with a group of
Which
tourists.
villages?
I was with a group of tourists. I think it's somewhere in the Volta region. And since we've been on this campaign tour, anywhere I go, I get people approaching us, and I was like, "Wow, are we this popular?" You get me? And that is something that is worth being proud of, having such an impact in photography, and everybody knows you, everybody knows your work, and I think it's one of the proudest moments we have.
That's very nice. So I want to ask this. This is based on fashion, right?
Yeah.
What's the fashion deal breaker in a girl?
Oh, fashion deal breaker.
In a girl.
wearing wearing something that everybody has, wearing a particular outfit that is being sold. Like you go somewhere
You see,
and you see about two or three girls
Okay,
wearing
okay.
that's annoying.
Hopping on fashion bandwagons.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. That's very nice. So, who are your top three best dressed Ghanaian celebrities?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
I'll go one for Stoneboy.
Stonebwoy.
Stoneboy pays a lot of attention to.
His fashion.
Yes, Sarkodie too, that's as well. Then maybe the females, I can give it to. Um, Interesting. I know so many, but the names are not coming up right now. But yeah, definitely Stoneboy is number one.
Stonebwoy is number
Yeah,
one.
he understands what he's doing. He's always somebody who's always working towards creating a specific image. Is somebody I would consider as a fashion icon.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So with this, right? So would you accept a girl's proposal if she isn't fashionable? She don't know.
Oh, why not? As long as she fits my beauty standards, it doesn't matter for me. For me, I'm a low key guy. I'm out there,
Yeah.
so I would like my girl to be low key. So if she's not fashionable and we are good, yeah, that's
Fine.
as long
So,
as she fits my
so my last one is on music.
yeah.
We are cutting across because you are everywhere. Uji Banton said you love Afrobeat, right?
Yeah,
All right. So Uji Banton said that Afrobeat is
it's
not
not telling me any story.
it's not telling any story. It's not uplifting. Doesn't seek to free Afro.
Yeah,
What should you say on that one?
I mean he's not wrong and he's not right. Not every music can be liberation of any dreams or purpose or anything. As Africans, we love to have fun, we love to party, we love to enjoy life, and we love to celebrate as and our cultures are different. Imagine if you going for a wedding, should you be playing a liberation song at a wedding? Do you
I get
understand?
it.
Our culture is different from the Jamaicans. Jamaicans came from a point where they had to fight for freedom, but also Africa, we're also fighting for our freedom, but yet we still appreciate our culture, our music, our food, and it's not anything in any form of movement. There's no culture. If you look at apartheid, South African apartheid happened in South Africa. So when you take music that came from the 90s, like Sarafina and Mafiki Zolo and all those, they did songs that were liberation and to encourage their generation to arise. But we are in an era where we are not liberating against maybe an oppressing government or any form of movement. So for now, we just want to party, enjoy our music, enjoy life, and that is why our music are geared towards that. But then it's also important we have artists also doing certain kind of music. Like if we have Stone Boy doing those kind of advocacy music,
Black
and
Sherry.
Black Sherry is also doing Shatawale to also get some Sarkodie. You know, artists do that, but those songs don't fly because the current generation don't. It's also a generational thing. The current generation doesn't gear towards those kind of music.
It doesn't have commercial value.
Exactly, if you are doing those kind of music, you're not gonna get that audience you're looking for.
It's true. It's so true, though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been an interesting one.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, keep on pushing. We'll all get there.
We'll all get there.
In 5-10 years time, I'm sure you'll be doing amazing interviews and your brand will be global.
Amen.
Yeah, so
Amen.
never stop.
Amen. Never stop. And never stop to subscribe to TrendsO'clock, follow TrendsO'clock on all social media platforms. Until then, peace.
Peace out. Okay, Charlie.
Alright, bro.